God blessings, this is the Christian Brony. Welcome to another edition of the Christian Brony Show, obvious. Yes, this is the third episode already. Yes, I was thinking uploading is now kind of needed, but not really. If you like the show, thank you very much for watching. You don't have to watch it if you don't want to. I mean, everybody's free to watch. The Christian Brony Show, episode 3. Here I'm gonna blog about all sorts of Brony and My Little Pony Friendship is Magic stuff. Obvious. If you don't, if you haven't seen the other episodes, check my introduction from what I'm going to do. I was gonna play some PC games tonight. Text Murphy Overseer. Maybe I'm gonna do a different channel about video games because I have a whole bunch of them that needs to be shown through the world, like this game over here. But I haven't sure if it really works. But the box is still in perfect condition. It cost $1, but then you have something. All right, as you can see by the title, it's called The Curious Case of Derpy Hooves. Yes, The Curious Case of Derpy Hooves. Why have I called it like that? Well, it's one of those things where people feel the need to block something because they think it will damage the mind of people or it will hurt people's feelings without asking for their opinion. It's that kind of thing again. It's old news. Let me just tell you this. It's old news, but I really had to do it. I really had to say something about it. I know there's been a petition. There has been anything in the world. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I think all the bronies know what's been going on. I mean, if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's about a character named Derpy Hooves, and Derpy Hooves is a character that sometimes show up in the show, but not really. She doesn't have a voice. I mean, most of the time. I mean, until a certain episode. I can't remember what episode. But how many and what the name of the episode was. I can remember that. But it's about a pony who has eyes. The other eye looks up and the other eye looks down. It's like her name is Derpy Hooves. Yeah. She sometimes appears in episodes, but only for a brief second. And I think in almost every episode you can see her. Almost in every episode. I mean, there's been some episode where she wasn't there, and that's fine. But almost in every episode, you might stumble across her. She even have a little role if you look very good. If you look very good in the new theme song of season 2, you see her in the train. Yeah, maybe I'm gonna show you a clip about that, but for now it's about Derpy Hooves. So that's Derpy Hooves. Derpy Hooves has a huge fan base. She doesn't even say stuff, and she has already a huge fan base. Almost every brony knows Derpy. She is lovable. She is the most innocent pony of them all, Derpy Hooves. I wasn't a huge fan until right now, to be fair. I wasn't a huge fan of Derpy Hooves until right now. I thought it a great character, a secret character. Can you point out the character that comes and go, Derpy Hooves. So, I wasn't really a huge fan until this whole thing happened. What happened? Well, I guess if you are a brony, even if you're not a brony, you might already know what happened. She has been censored. Because of her name, her eyes, and her voice. She has been censored. Yes. Okay, well, let me just see why she has been censored. Because the reason why she has been censored is because of a few things. It's because of a certain clip in a certain episode. At the start of a certain episode, the part where Applejack tried to win some trophies, tried to win some money, and she doesn't return home, sends a letter that she won't return home. The rest of the gang is going after her and trying to find out what's going on. Check out the episode if you want to know what's going on. But in the beginning of the episode, Rainbow Dash, who is seriously building, who's seriously trying to decorate, is being irritated. She really gets irritated when Derpy Hooves, hangs around. I'm going to show you the clip I'm going to show you the official clip. You know, the clip where everybody has, where some people, not everybody, where some people have made an issue about because it was supposed to be offended. Yeah, you might wonder, what is this guy talking about? You know, well, this is the clip. I mean, this is about the clip where derpy hooves playing it. Here you go.
Huh? Now, careful, Derpy!
What? What are you saying, Rainbow Dash? Are you saying derpy?
Oh, Derpy!
Thank you. Really? Derpy hooves. Derpy. Now careful, Derpy. Thank you, Rainbow Dash. Wow. She actually says derpy. And every brony just blows up. It's like, whoa, Derpy is there? Whoa. And finally, even the people of Ponyville knows her. So, now I'm going to show you the rest of the clip.
I don't want to do any more damage than you've already done. I just don't know what went wrong.
Really? Well, what? I mean, Derpy Hooves, could you please go speak again to me, please, for just a few seconds?
Yeah, it's a mystery. Nice work, Rainbow Dad!
Wow. Welcome to the club, Derpy. You have my respect. You're just like anybody else. We love you, Derpy. Don't worry, even though you are just a made-up character, you're not really existing, you're more than welcome on our brony fanbase. We have a big throne right here. You can sit here anytime you want. So I'm going to show you the next of the clip.
Celestia, just sit there and do nothing. My bad.
So yeah, that was the next of the clip. The reason why I just want to cut out, it's like, whoa, that's Derpy, wonderful. When I watched it for the first time, I was like, whoa, that's Derpy. You know, even if I wasn't a huge fan, I would still be very like, whoa, you know, and now I'm a huge fan. But what happened after that? Here's a clip about what happened after Derpy got censored.
Huh? Now careful.
What did you say, Rainbow Dash?
Now careful.
Careful. So no more careful, Derpy? No. Okay. Okay, maybe they just, removed her name. How about her voice and her eyes? Please.
You don't want to do any more damage than you've already done. I just don't know what went wrong.
Really? They removed her eyes and her voice, and now her voice is like bland? Whew. Okay. Here's the rest of the clip.
Yeah, it's a mystery. Nice work, Rainbow Dash! You okay, Rainbow Dash? Anything I can do to help? No, nothing. In the name of Celestia, just sit there and do nothing. My bad.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know you were back. Yeah, well, yeah. That's it. Unbelievable. She has been censored. Because there were people who thought this was offensive for mentally handicapped people. And that's the case. If you don't know what's going on, and I think you already do, but if you don't, that's what happens. She has been censored because of the reason she sounds like mentally handicapped. Well, at least I think that's the reason why they censored her. I haven't heard too much. Now, I have to tell you a secret. I'm not really afraid for this secret, but I'm not the kind of person that just spreads it out. So here it is. I'm autistic. I have an autism. In some cases, a pretty big one. Maybe it doesn't look like that I have an autism. If you look at it realistically, but I have. Trust me, I have. And being mentally handicapped and being autistic is not entirely the same. It's still different. I mean, if you would look at me, you wouldn't know that I'm mentally handicapped. I have my own stuff. I don't technically own my own place. But most things I do on my own. The things that are hard for me, I don't do. So I have people to do that for me because I really need it. So I'm also kind of handicapped. Not big, and I can still live with it. It's not easy, but trust me, everybody has their own baggage to be carrying. I'm happy, don't worry, God bless, hallelujah. It's okay, really. But it's not the same as mentally handicapped. It looked a little bit like it. It's like, so when somebody is mentally handicapped or autistic or whatever, when somebody is acting like that, and there's nothing wrong to be acting like that. I don't mean to be absolutely not. No. Don't get the wrong idea. I mean, I love handicapped people. I really do. I mean, they're just wonderful. I mean, mentally handicapped are one of the most these people are happy. These people are smiling. What happened? What happened? Why does mentally handicapped has no place in cartoon shows? Let me tell you something over here. Nobody has the opinion of the mentally handicapped. Mister, you are mentally handicapped. I'm sorry, I don't mean to offend you, but you are mentally handicapped. What do you think about the fact that Derpy Hooves, who is acting like mentally handicapped, who has a voice and stuff like that, how do you feel about that? I think, and I know I can predict this, I think that they would not mind at all. Here in Holland, let me just tell you this. Here in Holland, there was a comedian who had a character, and that character was Willepie. That was the character's name. And you know what? I'm going to show you a clip right now of that comedian acting like a character. Here you go. That's Willepie. Willepie was his name. It's the meaning behind this character is that the character is mentally handicapped. If you live in Holland, and maybe you do, maybe you don't, but if you live in Holland and you see that character, you kind of know, oh yeah, that character, yeah, André van Duin, because he's very famous here in Holland, he's very popular and stuff like that, even till today, because that was pretty old stuff. He's very popular here in Holland, and that character, first people who were not mentally handicapped were like, oh, you can't do this is offending, and blah blah blah, stuff like that. But the mentally handicapped, what did they say? They loved it. They loved every bit of it. They didn't mind. They loved it. They were like, oh, this is so much fun. This is so much fun. What I want to say is here, what I really want to say is the fact that Derpy Hooves is a bit different, a bit clumsy, a bit, different, like I just said. She cannot exist because this version...
I just don't know what went wrong.
...is not Derpy Hooves. No, I just don't accept it. I'm sorry, maybe I'm just hard-headed in this, but I will not accept it. No, Don't worry about it. I won't accept this. I signed a petition as well about the whole bring Derpy Hooves back because I want her back. This is not Derpy Hooves. No, they removed her name, but I know that's Derpy Hooves, but it's not. No, it's just not. Listen, if you finally, I hope you understand now what's going on. Derpy Hooves looks a little bit different, and all of a sudden the people who are not mentally handicapped says like, oh, it's offended, let's go take it out. I mean, come on. Really, me as a Christian, I think every people who are born with some sort of a ability, whatever, distortion, how do you call it in English? I don't know. If somebody's born with that, they should all have a fair place in animated shows. I mean, personally, I don't watch South Park, but there's a character named Timmy and Jimmy who are both mentally and how do you call that? Physically, right? Yeah. Mentally and physically, they are both very handicapped. Yes, and there was a lot of criticism about it. But what happened? He stayed. He's part of the gang. He is a human being. He's been accepted into the community. That's what I like. I mean, I don't watch the show myself because it's very offended for a lot of people, but I love it. The reason that Timmy and Jimmy has a place and that they are part of the gang and that they sometimes make fun of their disabilities, they make fun of everybody. So, sure, they make fun about him, and maybe it's sometimes a bit cruel, but on the other hand, he is a character. He's been respected as a character. He's a part of the gang. Both of them. I mean, take another character, for example. There was this man on YouTube, and this man on YouTube, because there is 1,000 Save Derpy clips on YouTube. I mean, probably the clip that I showed you about Derpy Hooves, first she had this voice, then she had that voice. You've probably already seen it like a million times. I'm not the first one, and definitely maybe not even the last one that does this. Those clips have been done to death. There have been parodies about it. How would you react? You name it, we have it. Now there's this clip about some guy who makes a couple of statements. Like, you have a character named Snails who obviously is also a little bit, different. Just like me. I'm also different because I'm autistic, and he is acting he's acting also a little bit like, how am I supposed to say this? I don't mean to offend anybody, but what I try to tell you is that Snails is also a little bit different. Just like that. Let me just put that clip in the description down here. So yeah, you can check it out and see what he has to say about that. But that's what I try to tell you. And that same man who sent an email to Hasbro, and Hasbro has reacted with the words, the reason why they made a change in that episode with Derpy Hooves and stuff like that is because it would remove the vision about friendship or something. I don't know. Look at those two clips. Click the link down in the description where the link tells you, where it takes you to the clip about he's making all these other characters that are also a little bit, and they are not been censored, and Derpy Hooves has been censored. And there's also a link to another video where he had a reaction from Hasbro. I think the next Brony Con, I think they're gonna ask millions of questions about Derpy Hooves, and that Hasbro will defend it because they have been sued or something. I don't know what happened, really. I have no idea. But to be fair, and I don't want to be hateful against Hasbro, but let me tell you something over here. It only states, so when a handicapped person is in a cartoon show, it destroys the vision of friendship. So handicapped people cannot have friends. I know that they didn't mean it like that, but come on. You make a change, and the only change is a character who is mentally handicapped, who's now not handicapped anymore. Remove him, and the friendship is back. So every time when an autistic person or a handicapped person comes into the room, friendship is no more. I know that's not it. And I don't want to be. I just don't want to be mean around here. I mean, I love what Hasbro did with My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. They created a show and they can do whatever they want. But I just don't like the fact that they make one silly change, and the only change it is to remove Derpy because of her derpiness. Derpy Hooves has. You can't do that to her. That's all I'm saying. So, what I try to say is here. What I try to tell you is that, I mean, it's a long video now. I showed you a couple of clips, for the first time. What I try to tell you is that I'm feeling a little bit offended by Hasbro that they have removed Derpy for being different. But only just a little bit. I'm not really offended, but it's really sad that people that characters, that personalities that Derpy has are not welcome because it might destroy the vision of friendship. But the petition has stopped. You cannot sign a petition anymore. There still has to be an answer from Hasbro, but maybe that's old news. Maybe that's old news. I don't know if Hasbro already has made a decision to bring Derpy back or not. I just don't know, the kind of thing. We all just have to wait for it to come back, and that's all we can do. Because I do not want to throw down hate even worse than it already is. I mean, there's a lot of people who are angry with Hasbro. There's a lot of people who cannot believe Hasbro and stuff like that. But it's okay. It's okay. I just don't think it's good that Derpy has been censored because of the obvious reason. Because why would you censor her? And give us a good reason, please. Because the reason of it might destroy the vision of friendship is a stupid reason. It's a stupid reason. I mean, please don't lie to us, Hasbro. You have made so many fans, grown-up fans. I'm 26 years old. I know that I'm autistic, but 26 years old, I mean, it's old. Let me just tell you that. I think most bronies are in their 10s and maybe even in their beginning 20s, but not 26. I don't think there are that many bronies who are 26 years old. But let me just tell you something. Watch the show anytime you want. I mean, I don't care what people think. I like the show and I watch it. And I'm a brony, so. But what about the whole thing? I think it's really sad and pathetic that Derpy has no place. And there has even been, I think the next episode was it? No, a few episodes later, Derpy did return, but in a small format, a very small format, because Pinkie Pie has this globe where you can shake it and all the snow would mix, and when you let it rest, the snow will fall down. That sort of globe. You see Derpy. You see a tiny Derpy Hooves flying in there. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So yeah, but maybe this was also some sort of a rant. But maybe Derpy Hooves has already been returned. Maybe Derpy Hooves has returned to us, or maybe Derpy Hooves is not there anymore, or maybe they're still busy. I don't know. If you watched the full episode, it's been pretty long. I'm very sorry. God blessings, everybody. If I was offended in this episode, if I was too negative, I'm very sorry. Please forgive me. I try to say this in good enough words so it won't be offended, nor it won't be too soft, because I think it's a really bad thing that characters like Derpy Hooves has no place in cartoons. So yeah, that's all I'm going to say. Maybe I forgot to say stuff. Yeah, Snails. What did I want to say about Snails? Yeah, Snails is this character, but it's in the video that is in the description. The link is in the video. And the man is going to talk about why Snails is also different. So yeah, like me. God blessings, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. It's been a pretty mouthful, and I'm going to drink some water, and I'm going to watch some My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. But after I played some Tex Murphy Overseer, yay! Okay. Thank you so much for watching. If you like it, click like. If you don't like it, click don't like. Then I know what to do. God blessings. See you the next time with some more Christian Brony.